You hear that? That's the sound of the police. No, I'm kidding. That's the sound of very, very crunchy spanakopita, one of my favorite appetizers, and I made a very quick version of it. It is so good. Obviously, you need a lot of spinach, which you render down. I cook it and then I drain all of the water from it, which takes a lot of time. You can use a cheesecloth, which makes life so much easier. I didn't have one, so I just had to keep pushing it down and moving it around to make sure all that water was gone. And then you add eggs, and then I added some parsley, some dill. You can add cilantro if you want. I'll put the exact recipe that I use in the bottom, but it's really like whatever you want to do, you can use. And then a lot of feta. You can use more or less depending on how much cheese you like. So I don't put that much salt extra because I find feta very salty. And then I did something different. I actually brushed it, instead of with just plain butter, I brushed it with za'atar oil. So you get that kind of Araby but Greek food. Is just so good. And then you obviously fold it into triangles, brushing at each stage because you don't want it to be dry. You want it to be nice and crispy and tender. I had problems with this Philo pastry, but because I didn't let it thaw properly, but obviously let it thaw, it's kind of a little bit better. It was a little bit too thin for what I was using it for, but it also turned out, as you can hear from the crunch, amazing still. So just keep brushing it and keep filling it to the size that you want. It really depends on the Philo pastry that you have. This ended up being so tasty, and you can always like freeze them or put them in the fridge and just heat them up for whatever you want. So it's always like a quick good snack to have on hand. Pop them into the oven 400 degrees for like 5 to 10 minutes depending on your oven, and look at the insides. Yum, 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 and yum.